So I am off. I'm gonna take these off. I transition so they get dark. I am off to a workshop. It's to create vision boards, and we're meditating. And now that I just said that, I realized I forgot my meditation pillow. My car's warming up, so I'll just go get it in a second. And the reason why I decided to kind of vlog this is I know I mentioned a few times, I don't know if these videos are coming out in order, but that I've had less migraines, which is true. I've had a lot less migraines. There's certain things that trigger it. Today I have no idea what that is, but it's starting to hurt so bad, like right here. So, and I'm hot. It's weird. I'm only hot here. So, vlogging a migraine, pretty much. But, it's not even that bright out here. It hurts. I was going to say that I actually just texted my boyfriend saying I am getting a migraine. It's getting progressively worse. What I didn't tell him is what type of things I took that normally brings down a migraine, which is I took Tylenol. I can't take NSAIDs anymore. It destroys my stomach. It's just not worth it. I drank another electrolyte drink, which I normally do drink, but this one I add extra magnesium to. And it's kind of like my little own concoction. And what else? I took a Zofran because I'm a little nauseous, and I don't know if that was because I drank the drink too fast, or I think I was actually nauseous before. The drinking fast was just not a good idea. But I also texted him. So I texted him that I'm getting a migraine, it's getting progressively worse, but I'm still going to the meetup, and I don't know if this is self-sabotage. And the reason I said that, and the reason why it came to my head, is that a few things that trigger my migraines lately have been mostly self-sabotage, honestly. Like, I plan to do something and then my head starts hurting. It's like it's preventing me to go. But yeah, honestly, I don't know if it's a self-sabotage, and obviously I won't know really, because I did take medicine, but there have been a few times that I have kind of proven it to myself that it was. For those migraines, they do act slightly different. This one's just a pain on the side of my head. Sometimes there's like throbbing throughout, but mostly radiating from that side, and it's always the side. So if it's a migraine, it's the side. If it's like a headache or tension, it's normally like my entire front, and sometimes my back. But mostly migraines are here. I think the last time I had a migraine was probably 2 weeks ago, but I knocked it down very easily. It wasn't that bad. It was kind of like that inkling of a migraine, and I kind of just went with it. But ooh, this one's starting to hurt. Maybe everything kicks in. I just took everything maybe 10 minutes ago, and things take 20, 30, 40 minutes to digest. So let's hope that my migraine goes away, whether it be by medicine or by me just getting out of the house and ignoring whatever is doing it. Whatever inside me is like, no, don't go. My word of the year is emerge. So I am gonna go. So sorry. I'm gonna go get my meditation pillow. I don't know what else I'm gonna record today. If it's literally just this, then you have a very short video, but I wanted to share with you when I am kind of struggling. And I know for some people they're like, but I can't even get out of the house when I have a migraine. I have learned to deal with so much stuff because I was having migraines. Like, there were some weeks that I had a migraine every single day. I couldn't miss that much work. When I was working full-time somewhere else, I had to go to work. There was only a certain number of days I can miss. So I can deal with quite a bit and still be in a lot of pain, and I'm very good at hiding it, which is a problem. I try to tell people that I don't feel good, but most of the time they're like, well, you look fine. Well, you can't really see a migraine unless I'm really, really bad. Then you'll see, like, my eyes kind of close. I am not in a good mood. Like, once it starts getting high to the point that I'm going to go to the urgent care or something, and I'm still kind of fighting it, still kind of dealing with it, of course you're not going to see it. It's one of the invisible illnesses. I have two. But yeah. So my car is kind of warmed up, but I'm just going to run in my house and get my pillow. I'm back. Got my pillow. And I realized something. One, I'm wearing like a red sweater, burgundy reddish, red pants, my hair is red, and I have a red meditation pillow. And I have my bear bag, which is red. and I'm in a red car. Can you guess my favorite color? Oh god, my head. Oh, the other thing is, I know I wear these randomly, and I think somebody's delivering Postmates and they're looking at me, or Uber Eats or something. Anyway, these glasses I got from Zenny Optical, I think. I'll put the comments down below. I will put the link below of where I got them. But, you know, they're pretty inexpensive, which I like because I tend to break glasses very easily. So I have my other ones, and I actually have 3 pairs of those ones, and they're those, sorry, he's like walking by again. I have those, they're black. I'll put a picture. They're pretty much black and zebra stripes. And I have like 3 pairs of those, and they're like all over my house because I lose things all the time. I might actually have one in this car. However, normally when I'm editing or doing things on my computer, I use these because they're blue filter glasses, and they're also transitions. So they help with the blue filtering, but they also help when I have a migraine and I have to go out because it kind of dims everything. Fun fact, I don't like sunglasses. I have them and I wear them, and you may or may not see me wearing them, but I actually don't like wearing sunglasses. I feel claustrophobic wearing sunglasses because everything's too dark and it's not true to color, and it kind of confuses me. Like darker. This one doesn't get as dark. So I like these when I have a migraine, especially to go out and about, because if I look at my phone or if it's sunny, they do their job. So that was my little spiel there. Hey there, so I am leaving the workshop, and I didn't work on my vision board too much, but we had about half an hour group meditation, which was really sweet. I really did love it. And we also journaled and then shared our visions for 2020 or a life vision that we had. So I really, really had fun. And here's what I have so far on my vision board, just little stars. But I did actually cut out a few things that I do want to add to it. I just decided that I was going to finish it at home. I have a few things that either I want to print out or that I think I already have cut out at home that I guess I just completely forgot. I don't, no idea. Really, because I had a migraine. I would say it's still there, but it's like super low. And I'm not nauseous or anything anymore, so I feel a lot better. Actually felt a lot better after the meditation, so that was really nice. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do anything else today. I am hungry. I do have food at home, but haven't you ever like cooked a whole bunch of food and you're like not feeling it? I kind of want Chipotle, so I might get Chipotle. I'm back. I got my Chipotle. If it gets dark, it's because it's dark outside, and right now I'm facing light, so I apologize. But I don't know what this car is doing behind me. I'm just gonna go. If I get honked at, then I get honked at. Alright. Luckily, this shopping center has a bazillion exits. Not really, but kind of. Stop backing up. Alright. Yeah, I see. I knew it's gonna get darker too because I'm about to go onto the street. But I was starving, and then I ended up in a social media trap. So I actually got my food a bit ago. My tortilla is probably cold. I can tell you what I got first. It was burrito bowl with white rice, half and half beans, a little bit of sofritas, and veggies. and then I get mild salsa and a little, I said a little bit of corn salsa, and she gave me a whole scoop. So I'm probably gonna scoop some of it off. I wonder if you can even hear me, but I'm gonna scoop some of it off because a little too much jalapeno is not my vibe, not at the moment. Anyways, if my car is really loud, it's because it's just a loud car. It's not a brand new car. I am gonna take care of this car and use this car as long as possible because I do not want another car payment. But anyway, so what I was saying was I was in a social media trap, which is super fun. I admin a lot of groups. Actually, I admin way too many. I actually should look into what groups I want to not admin anymore. This is definitely not one of them. I love this group's dear to my heart. I'm not as active anymore because it is a dog group specifically for dogs with CCL tear, so it's kind of like an ACL on a human. My dog, when I had him, he tore both of them. Not at the same time, but a few months apart, something like that. So he had to get surgery, and we opted for him to have him do the double surgery, which was both knees at the same time. It was a very hard decision to do that because it's kind of like both of his knees are going to be in pain. They were in pain anyway, but they're going to be in surgical pain. And now I know how surgical pain feels. I feel so bad, but he was so nervous and so fear aggressive that if we would have put him through 2 surgeries, he would have had a longer recovery and a longer amount of time going to the vet, and it didn't get better, I would say. It was about the same the whole way through, so I'm glad I chose both of them. At the time, that was the best decision to do that. But what I was kind of trapped into is somebody asked a very important question. Regardless of how you feel about it, it is an important question. The question was basically a DNR for your dog when they're getting surgery. A lot of people don't think about it. A lot of people, actually, I don't know if a lot of vets even, oh, it's purely dark now. Sorry. Oh, I forgot there's no lights here. Okay, so I'm gonna just cut into me talking about this at my desk in my house. So I'll see you in a bit. Alright, I am back in my house, and I'm just taking off all of my crystals. They're very hard to eat with, so I'm gonna take that off, and my band that says all I need is within me. That off, and yeah, that should be fine. So, let me actually see what the last thing I said was. I know you probably couldn't see me, but alright, so the last thing I said was a lot of people don't think about a DNR, or if you're unfamiliar with that, a do not resuscitate or a resuscitate when dogs or pets undergo surgery. Because there's so many complications for any surgery, even if it's knee surgery, that the dog could have, their heart can stop and they may need to resuscitate them. It's just a reality, and it's a very good question, and it was a question. I'm sure they delved more into the comments, but I got, basically it was a reported comment on the Facebook page, the Facebook group, and that group we try to be pretty open. As a little background, we have 3 main admins, and the creator of the group and me were pretty much on opposite spectrums of recovery. Her dog recovered with conservative management, which means no surgery, and my bear had double surgery. So it was bilateral TPLO is what he had. So we were kind of on opposite ends of the spectrum. So we kind of bring in, and then Megan, and then we have one who, honestly, I cannot remember what surgery they had. I'm sorry. There's actually so many different kind of surgeries. I think they may have. I can look into that. I don't know. I'll put it somewhere here if I find out. Of her dog, and her dog had her own issues. Bear had a lot of issues, but most of it was because we found out later that he just was, dealt a bad card. Still kind of hard for me to talk about. He did pass away from cancer, if you don't know much about me, so I haven't had him for a few years, but I still have him. He was cremated and everything, but I won't go into that right now. But back to this. I'm gonna eat while I talk, which I don't think I normally do, but I'm starving, so I need to open this up. See, this is not a little bit of corn. Like, half my bowl is corn. I got a tortilla. I don't normally get a tortilla. I normally get chips, but I really wanted a tortilla. Don't know why. I guess I just wanted a tortilla. Let me take a few bites. Just give me a moment. Okay. So it was reported because some people were getting a little heated, and there's so many different types of triggers in that group. If you just think about it, it's a group of dog owners which potentially will also be doing surgery for their dogs. However, not every single one of them does surgery, and we don't police that whatsoever. Whenever I comment, I'm pretty consistent, I would hope. I believe I see practically the same thing. You choose the method that is appropriate for the dog. And that can mean a whole bunch of different things, including their temperament. Would they be able to handle surgery? Would they be able to handle post-op? Is it even right for the knee? Because every injury is a little different. Sometimes the angles are a little different and some surgeries won't work. So there's a lot of things going into it. Now, I will admit that I do get upset when someone decides to do something that's not beneficial for the dog because it's easier for them. And that is also a gray line. I mean, when Bear had his double surgery, I went into debt for that, and I don't regret it, but it's hard to make that choice to do that, and I know a lot of people won't, but I did, and I will never judge somebody for not doing that, but there's sometimes that they do have the means and they just still choose an easy way for some reason, and that's very rare in our group. It really doesn't happen too often that comes to a point that it bothers me. However, what does bother me is when it's essentially supposed to be a judgment-free zone, and we do make sure the dogs are being taken care of correctly. Sometimes, we would reach out to members and making sure that they're understanding everything, or maybe to encourage them to get more information. But when a question like a DNR is asked, and someone gets so upset saying, you must, what did she say? I deleted the comment. I screenshotted it in case the other admins want to know what I deleted. But it was to the point of maybe you shouldn't have owned a dog or something like that. But it's one of those realities of life that people don't realize when a dog or an animal needs surgery. Something may happen. And if somebody asks a question just because they want to know, so many people in the comments are also going to want to know. People who are not even commenting may want to know. Like, I didn't even think about that. Maybe they weren't even told that was a thing yet because they haven't decided on the surgery. But, so they have a better awareness now that may be a question they're asked. I believe any surgeon will have that on their paperwork, but obviously I'm not sure. So something they need to be aware of. And it's something that they need to decide and make that decision. And it also might be just because it might be better off for the dog. And I know it's really hard to say because I lost my dog. I understand that. But if it's the best choice to do a DNR because maybe the dog also has other health issues or anything like that, that if they do, resuscitate them and something happens because of something that they're going to have to put them down, I mean, it's still a hard decision no matter what. The point is, we're not supposed to be judging that. We're supposed to be giving our own experiences without judging others. That's the main point of that group. It's to help each other. And it happens every now and then, and I really do love it because the group mostly self-moderates until comes to the point. But what a lot of people in that group don't realize when either they're coming in or maybe they just have no awareness of is that would you want to be told something in a way when you're in a high stress situation and you're already probably emotional because something's wrong with your kid, your fur kid, your whatever, which way you see it, or in any situation. This is a group where most people have a lot of stress when they're starting out in the group because there's a lot going on. And then as you go and, you know, maybe your dog does do well, blah, 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 and everything's fine, you can go ahead and pass off wisdom, which is great. But for those who are maybe also in a very hard place because of their situation with their dog, they either may be projecting or honestly just don't think before they comment. And that happens in a lot of groups. I'm sure I've done that plenty of times. But like that group I'm kind of a mama bear of. I'm just like, I don't really come in, but if I see something and you report something, I will go in and I will give you a warning. Then I'll shut it down if I see fit. If I think the conversation needs to be going, I won't shut it down. But once or twice, we as admins, actually a few times, not that much, we don't do it that much, we decide to remove somebody. There's this one a few months ago who, like, almost exactly when they came in the group, they just started being mean to everybody. Like, they thought they were know-it-alls. I think they're maybe a vet tech. I'm not saying anything against vet techs. It's just sometimes they think they know everything. Not even orthos know everything. So instead of coming from this place of teaching and helping, they came from this place of judgment and hurting and just placing blame on people and telling people they're dumb for making a decision that they probably took a while to get there and probably had 2 or 3 vets talk to them about. It's not their place to do that. There is a way to bring up, hey, maybe you should look into this more before you do that, instead of, you're stupid for doing that. Like, that's not helpful in any way. And when I notice that, and maybe sometimes it goes under the radar because some people just let it go, I will search the name and see every single post you did and every comment you did. And if there's a trend, I have like a 3-strike rule in that group. If I see 3 things you did blatantly bad that people did not agree with and I don't agree with, and it's not just me, I look into the comments and see how people are like, maybe you shouldn't be saying this or anything like that, I will remove you. Because that's not where you need to be. Our group is not for your, you know, to be on your soapbox. That's not what that's for. I'm currently doing a soapbox right now, but it's on my YouTube, and that's not in the group. A few times I've done it in the group when I just need people to simmer down. So I did comment on that post. And this is not something that just happens all the time for that group, but like I said, I can't remember the last time I did. Maybe it was a few months ago, maybe a few weeks, maybe a little less than a few months ago. But it's just disappointing sometimes. So I just want people, to be more aware. And I know I can't force that on them. I do help people get to that point, but obviously if I'm not working with them directly, I have to do it in another way. And also in that group, I have to protect the others. You know, that's my reality for that group. And other groups I'm in, I'm like, this doesn't happen too much. There was, for a while, a group I was in that was very rambunctious, and we finally got to a point that I think mostly everybody's self-moderating, mostly, because I'm not really pulled into it that often. Every now and then there's something that blatantly breaks the rules. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know why I decided to say here. I think because it's happened so often. It's happened so often in the grand scheme of a few years that I don't think I've ever said it anywhere. So like, just be aware of what you say, how you say it, who you say it to. I'm not saying to like censor yourself, but you should be aware and modify things for things that fit better. Like I said, you can give the same message in a different package. That's all that is. If something's bothering you, I don't know. I can't really just be on my little own soapbox because I know I've done it multiple times, and especially in the past. And every now and then I catch myself. I would literally type a comment in the last few weeks. I remember there was a comment I typed this whole thing because I was so angry and I was so upset, and I just looked at it and I read it and I took a deep breath. Then I deleted it because I'm like, okay, that's not. This just dragged me down to a level I don't want to be at. So I could have reworded it, but honestly, I just didn't feel like it. I was just like, let it go, just leave. There's so many posts I unfollow too that I start commenting on, and then other people start arguing, not necessarily with me, but I'm just like, okay, I don't need this anymore. This is a great feature called turn off notifications for this post. And I am very good at that. I'm just like, I don't need this. My brain can't filter it anymore. Either I've had a hard day or it's just like too much of onslaught. I'm just like, I'm good. I like my bubble of protectedness, and I'm very, 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 very happy that I do that. Because there was a time I had nothing, and I was just like hours and hours and hours, like going into these holes with other people that we're all basically digging for each other, and then there's the only really way out to get out is you fall asleep. The next day, every now and then, that conversation still happened, or it continued, but I do want to take more steps back from social media, and I have done quite a bit. There's been plenty of times, like right now, obviously I'm not on it, but when I take showers, now my phone is not even in there. I have a Bluetooth, a wireless Bluetooth. I just put it in there. Also, I might just literally, and I have done this, stand in the middle of the bathroom, scrolling through Facebook when I need to take a shower. It's not helpful. It's not helpful at all. But yeah, definitely need more time away from social media. Does this relate to me wanting to admin that group? No, I love that group. I still love it. It just kind of got me on a little tangent. That's what there's some groups I'm going to stop adminning though. I'm just going to review all the groups that I admin, see how much energy it takes away compared to how much energy, like good energy, it brings me. If it's not near a good calibration, I need to let it go. Yeah. I don't know. How was your day? Yeah. Other than that, I mean, I had a pretty good day. I forgot to walk. Dang it! Oh, and you saw how dark it was out there. Yeah, there's like no street lights on my street. I forgot to walk. I guess I'm walking 2 miles tomorrow. Yeah. Well, thank you for listening. Thank you for joining. I'm gonna eat my food, and I'll see you next time. Bye.